and welcome to Down to Earth. Our question this week is about lawns. They're starting to green up, and so is it time to fertilize them? We are still early in April, mid-April now, and so our lawns are starting to green up, which makes us want to get out there and fertilize them, and many of you may have already done so. But you really don't need to at this point. If you have, it's not a problem, but you really don't need to fertilize your lawn until it's mostly green. Hopefully you fertilized last fall and you got those plants ready to jump up into the spring just now. The end of April or maybe even the end of May, you can wait even that long to fertilize your lawns. You might want to do this because you might want to hold off and keep them from growing so much. The earlier you fertilize and the more often you fertilize, it does also feed those weeds that are present, and it wastes money on fertilizer. That causes the lawn to use more water and for you to mow it more often, which are probably not things you want to encourage. And also fertilizing in the fall does help create roots for that lawn. It does go dormant, and then the roots will help that lawn spring up when it's time to spring growth and really get busy. So you do also want to be aware and not use weed and feed products. These products on your lawn are very attractive because they advertise killing weeds, which is great in a lawn situation. But many of us here in Austin have trees also in our lawns, and that weed portion of that weed and feed product is damaging to our trees, which are a broadleaf plant that these weed products, these herbicides, are designed to damage. Our plant this week is Mexican plum, Prunus mexicana. This plant is native to our area. It's a deciduous tree, and it has beautiful spring blooms very early in the season. You might have seen these plants blooming in early March. Those flowers are white and very fragrant and very similar to apple flowers. It is a prunus species like other plums, and so it does have similar flowers, and it will look similar, have a similar shape. This tree is very small, about 20 to 25 feet tall, so on your smaller yards it makes a nice specimen tree. The branches are thin, the canopy spreads very wide, and it's very open, so this tree makes a nice sculptural element in the winter, which has a nice winter interest in your yard. It also has very interesting bark as it ages. This bark peels, and it's very dark with stripes. That's a very interesting element as well. It uses low to medium water, which is also great. It takes full sun, and it's rare for a tree, but it takes also light shade. Most any soil type is fine, and this tree does have edible fruit from mid-summer through fall. The fruit is dark purple and has a very thick skin, so many people like to make jams and jellies out of it instead of eating them fresh. It's time to plant warm season vegetable seedlings in your yard. You do want to protect any tomatoes that you plant from cutworms. Those do need 6 to 8 hours of full sun, and you want to protect from cutworms by placing maybe just a piece of a paper towel tube around the plant just to protect it until it gets established. We'd love to hear from you. Send us your question or plant of the week from your garden at klru.org/ctg.